Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're wrong, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Welcome everybody back to the Mike Knoxxx Show here on Unpop Reviews Wrestling. I am one of your hosts today, Mike Knoxxx, hashtag Girl Dad, because today is the show that I'm giving out to the Girl Dad. Shout out to R-Truth Girl Dad. Shout out to one of my favorite subjects today about the ladies. Let's talk about it. But I'm also joined by a beautiful lady over here, Miss Honey B, back with the program, back on the set. How you doing, Miss Honey B?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing better than how you sound, frankly, to be honest with you, girl. What's wrong with you?
It's been a long day. I'm sad about wrestling. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's such a people are out here mourning. People are out here mourning right now over one R-Truth. Damn it, R-Truth. What's up? Not in the WWE anymore. That's not what's up. Okay. So we're gonna talk about R-Truth. I want to talk about, and the reason why the Girl Dad hashtag honeybee. Have the women taken over pro wrestling more than the men? Do you care about them more than you care about the men's side of things?
Yes and no. Like, I'm still kind of neutral with everything. Like, I have my favorites and everything like that, but I mean, it's kind of
We'll hold it then. We'll hold it. I see you thinking. Yeah, look at you.
I'm you got me thinking. Like, I do like the women, but there are some women I'm not. I won't be a fan of, but I just don't get into their stuff. And then when it comes to the guys, because I'm a girl, I find guys attractive, so I'm gonna definitely watch them. But it's either or.
You can just say what it really is.
She's garbage. I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, oh, great. The garbage has been taken out. I say, hey, I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, I can't believe you took out the garbage. That's not what you
So,
right.
It's okay if you had to take out the garbage. We're going to talk about that. Also, one of the dumbest things I came across this week in wrestling, right? As we get things back, Vaughn and Honeybee, to what I thought made us different than other shows. We weren't just built on reviews and things like that. We brought in debates and conversations from around the wrestling world that fans like you and I and Vaughn backstage out there are talking about. And that is Jey Uso on the same amount of talent, just in a different era than one Shawn Michaels. The Heartbreak Kid.
So are they saying that Shawn Michaels is what is he, like a 3-move pony? Like he only got 3 moves?
Whoa! Look at you! You're getting on the one man, one word, 4 letters.
I'm not asking the question. Okay. I don't know how the comparison is being.
Well, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that.
Okay. I don't know.
All right, and then Money in the Bank, of course, is this Saturday. So we're going to talk about that as well, Honeybee. Make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe to us right now. Please tune in, listen in to Unpop Review. Thank you, King Vaughn Jr., Victorious One's podcast, holding me down backstage like he always does. Make sure you guys follow him as well. But let's just get into the show today. Let's just talk about the show today because it broke yesterday. During the SmackDown review show. And I would have to say, for wrestling fans out there, I had to pick my face up. Because when we got the news that R-Truth had been released, I said, no way in hell this is true. There's no way that R-Truth was released from the WWE. This cannot be it. You're lying. I came on and said, they just got a brand new Ron Cena shirt. Okay? They got a brand new Ron Cena shirt, and it was all to say goodbye. We thought this push for him. I thought anyway. I know I'm not the only person out here thinking this, Honey B. I'm mad right now, girl, because I don't get mad about people getting fired. People get fired every day, B. So what? They gonna learn their feet. The man's a millionaire. But it's certain people you don't let go of. Name your favorite sports team. I'm an Eagles fan. Go Birds. You don't get rid of Brian Dawkins so he can go sign with the Broncos for 2 years and then bring him back. Certain people earn their stripes. Here's a guy you give a Legends contract to. You give whatever kind of bullshit you can give him to give him ramen noodles. I'm quite sure he doesn't care. Probably. Again, I don't know the man, so I can't continue to speak any further than that. I'm also going to say debunk the fact that they're all being old, so they're out of here. Right? They're all being old, so they're out of here, which then tells us, well, does that mean The Miz is next? That's the rumor. And I say to that part, before you go, Honey B, The Miz don't need to go to AEW, and I'm tired of all that as well. Honey B, your take on R-Truth getting released?
I was at work when I found out, so I was definitely a little dumbfounded for sure. I don't understand it, and I feel like maybe there's something that we missed. But if this was his farewell type to get out of here, I don't know. That's kind of bogus. I feel like we were robbed of something. Like, nah, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel. It almost feels like he just got kicked out the door. Like they didn't give him a proper send off, in my opinion. And like,
I would disagree with that part. In fairness, right?
Okay.
You can't say they give him a send off. They did. We just didn't know it was a send off.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
he knew, and he's the professional that he's been, the constant professional that R-Truth is, right? So R-Truth probably did know, and then decided to then send the tweet out that he sent out that set the world ablaze. Like we thought it was April Fool's Day a month later. Debbie just forgot about it, kind of situation. No, so he had a send off. They gave him a nice ending with Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the Goat Hill, Tupac Shakur, Cena, the GOAT, to the WWE, and they gave him that. And yes, egg on me for thinking, oh, this is going to lead to Cena becoming and getting back as his biggest fan and little Jimmy and all that's going to take place. And no, it's not. So before people get into there, and I see the comments coming in, comment below. Let us know your thoughts. Go ahead, Honey B.
On what? What'd you say?
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that's all that's all I got. I'm a little, shaken up about it. I don't know where this goes from here. I'm sad that he's gone. I was expecting more. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens now.
I'm not ready, Steve says. What's going on, Chris? Happy birthday, and how we do it around here. Okay, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. That's how we do it. Happy birthday to you, my guy. Good evening, Perfect Plex. What's going on, Honey B? I can definitely do without Nikita No Knees. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Matt? Says Shaquan on the mat and cover. You gonna just sit there and laugh at me like that?
A little bit.
Like, what is it? That's funny to you?
Well, I mean, not the jinx part, but the whole. Yeah, it was funny.
Okay, whatever. Okay. Anyway, I tweeted out no because I was not happy when that happened. I was very mad and pleased, and I knew it was going to happen. I really did it. I just kept saying, please be Jaden Daniels. Please be Jaden Daniels. Take the young pup out. Put him on the cover of Madden, the youngest one ever. Right? Let them have the curse. You know, and because I don't care nobody say the curse is real. I play Madden. Them teams be trash. Mm-hmm. Okay, injuries. It's always some kind of freakiness happening out here for them, which is definitely scary in that kind of a world of what you're doing when it comes to wrestling. But moving on with R-Truth, like I said, not only is he gone, and again, I know they're going to go out there and try to do what we do, and that's try to make this a racial thing, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to try to say, oh, you know, the black man. I'm speaking for my black fans out here, right? Because that's what we end up doing sometimes, and I just never like that, you know, that part of it, if you will. I want you to keep in mind, and I say this, and this was out there today also. This may piss some people off, but I think I kind of agree with it. Vince McMahon wouldn't have fired R-Truth. I don't think Vince McMahon would have fired R-Truth.
Like, and kept all the old people, and then fucking who knows. But he probably
Bobby Lashley has a job. Bobby Lashley would have a job. There's certain people I don't think Vince would have let go.
I agree with that. I'm sure.
Because the one thing that we haven't said, right, that's out there as well, and where do we give the line here drawn? Is it TKO that did this, or what?
That's how I feel about everything that's been going on. This TKO has been on a whole nother level, and I really feel like they had something to do with it. Like to get there, I think TKO has been. Between the prices of the tickets going up and all this extra stuff, man, I feel like TKO is going to make us or make WWE go back to the era of mid 2000s and fucking COVID era. Like they gonna fuck it up for the rest of us.
Well, they mucking it up for sure. Okay, yeah. that's definitely what's going on right now, and it's sad to be honest with you, right? But is it TKO? Is it WWE? Did they not have a choice? Right. And then so the obvious pick that they do when you're letting someone like R-Truth go, a national treasure. He is to me the funniest person in wrestling, pro wrestling history. There will never be anybody as funny as R-Truth, as original as R-Truth. And I don't even know the man person. This is what we see on TV. How many times have you seen people break character over R-Truth?
Oh yeah. A lot.
So that's there, but is it them? And again, they say, you know, first thing ever comes out of people's mouth. Do you see Miz going to AEW? I mean, I'm not Miz. I'm sorry, R-Truth.
I can see him going to TNA, not AEW.
Same company, is it not? With TKO?
What? I mean, is it though? Like,
is it though? Yes, it's still TKO. Would he take a lesser run? Remember, and I like that. That's why I want you to say that, not me. That's where K-Quick comes from.
Okay.
If he's going to go out, do we know for sure that he's not going to TNA? Now, we can assume it, right? This is the world of intelligent wrestling fans. You're tuned into the Mike Knoxxx Show, right? Thank you for tuning in. Like, follow, and subscribe. Right? That's a different company, technically.
Yeah.
Right? Why not? We don't know. Let's find out. We don't think so because obviously he's removed everything WWE related off his wall besides the tweets from yesterday and the retweets that he's done. True. Okay, so that's there. Now we have this guy and the rumor that's out there, but then again, until we hear from them, I can't say what's out there because I haven't said in a while, but fuck you, Dave Meltzer. Okay, there it is. That people are trying to grasp to that it's somehow went around, it's their age letting them go. Well, that would be a first, right? And then I saw another report that said, like, the UFC holds on to all their old people who are still bringing in money. So where's that nonsense coming from?
Yeah.
Because they hold on to the people making the money, and R-Truth was making them money.
Yeah.
So again, we don't know what's going on here. I think we should just reserve the right to not know. But speaking hypothetically moving forward, if The Miz is next, I don't see The Miz ever going to AEW. He's not one of them guys to me that has to go. It was always his dream to be here. He's met he's a millionaire. He met his hot, sweetest wife. You know what I mean? They get their freaky deaky on. They got their kids. He's doing all kind of other shows. He's an MTV legend because of what he's done in the WWE.
I think he's the new host of fucking the obstacle course show.
It's something. I know. Yeah, he is American Gladiators.
Yeah, he's the new host for that.
So he doesn't have to be, and we don't have to always say the first thing someone's going to do is go to AEW. The Miz doesn't need to. Now, again, I get, and I'm sorry, Tony. I know Tony Khan's out here, you know, giving out $1 million contracts for wrestlers to do less. So who am I that said no, go get that money? But all this sadness about him being fired, and they fired, and people get fired every day. I'm sorry that it happened to him. I don't think it should have happened to him, but it's the business, unfortunately. It's show business, not show friends. True. You know what I mean? So that's what that is for me when I go there. But Ron Cena to me is that guy, and I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna really miss Ron Cena, and I hope he does show up somewhere that I can watch him. Even if it is AEW, I will say this: he is not pulling any needles to make AEW a better show as far as ratings are concerned. But he will give them something, and that audience would appreciate him, that we appreciate him. I think this is one wrestler both fan bases of these shows have to agree we love equally. So I don't think Sasha got that same vibe from AEW. I think they give Sasha Banks a bad rap in AEW. I just really do. But I think they would welcome in Ron Cena, Ron Truth, Kate Quick, whatever name he decides to go with in that manner if he goes there. But we'll find out in the weeks to come, clearly. I'm going to miss him. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Let's take a break because this is going to be a short conversation on this one and get into the heavy rotation of this show. So we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with Michaela Wonders, y'all. We'll be right back here on Unpop Review, the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Girl. Welcome to What About WWE. I'm Michaela, and we are just wondering about WWE, Raw and SmackDown. Now, before we get into Raw and SmackDown, first of all, welcome back. This greatest segment has returned after I've been showing up on the show for a while. Your amazing favorite segment has. I'll stop. I'm so sorry. Anyways, before we get into Raw and SmackDown, I need a moment of silence for R-Truth being let go. He was probably the greatest wrestler. He could have beat John Cena if he didn't go the way to make a statement. Everyone underestimates R-Truth. Not me. R-Truth was amazing, and he will be missed. So, a moment of silence for R-Truth. I'm hoping this Raw will be exciting. Last Raw, oh my gosh, I am so excited for the Liv Morgan business. That's all I care about. I'm not even going to talk about SmackDown. I am excited for this new Judgment Day. I'm theorizing that soon, I don't know when, but soon Asuka's going to come back. I'm not sure when. Liv's going to be kicked out of the group, like let go, like Rhea and Damian was. And Liv will have to turn to one person to beat both Roxanne and Kat. Who's that one person gonna be? Oh, Rhea. And then the Rhea, Ripley, and Liv team returns. I know I'm stretching it, but a girl can dream, huh? I'm tired of having to pick one or the other. Also, SmackDown, my dad, it was the whole, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about SmackDown, but it was the whole Naomi and business thing. And then they were like, which were you going to do? I'm siding with, I don't care who wins, I'm picking all of them. Naomi, Bianca, I pick Naomi, but I don't care. And we have the Money in the Bank predictions coming up. I think Rhea's going to win. Because of how the lineup, if Rhea wasn't in the match, I don't think she would have won. I want Alexa to win so bad, but I don't know. I just think Rhea's gonna win. I really hope she does it. I'm tired of these title shots she keeps getting. I love Rhea Ripley, but please give someone else a chance. Please don't let Rhea Ripley win. For the men's, I don't know who's gonna be the last qualifier. We don't find out for a while, but for the men's, that's a hard one. I don't really care who wins. I think it would be cool if Solo wins and cashes in on Fatu, I don't know, I just see it. But that is all. As you guys know, I can't really talk about all of this. I've took enough of your time, so let's go back over to the real Tribal Chief.
Yes, you took a long ass time. And what the hell word is theorizing? Girl, listen here. I don't listen, girl.
It's funny.
Listen, that girl, she is funny. Whoever loses, we win. I give her that one. Okay, for sure. And that. Let me get to your comments before we go ahead and get back in this show because I just like I said, it's gonna be probably a quick one here on the program because I can't believe this was actually even something that people brought up. I'm sorry, y'all can't hear Vaughn backstage with his HBK shirt on, and I expect HBK marks to feel that way. I'm an HBK mark, but y'all know me. Okay, put on your let's be fair hats. What are they talking about? I think it's absurd, Freckle Sensei. Absurd. I'm gonna say it again. Look at my face. It's absurd to even think anything other than hell no. And I'm gonna just say this: I have been the biggest Uso supporter, one of the biggest Uso supporters since day one ish. Is why I bought the shirt. I'm not a day 2, day 3. I'm not a with before, after the paint, before. I've been since FCW. I've been an Uso fan. Yes, some of it comes from the dad putting me on. Pause. Okay, but still, I've been a fan. Jey Uso is that guy. Jey Uso right now is the biggest wrestler in the company, selling merch-wise. Okay? Simple as that. But to sit here and say, same talent, different era. I added the agree or disagree because obviously for me, I completely disagree. Just to bring in Honeybee into this segment of the show. You asked me before, is Shawn Michaels only a 3-move person, which means I know you're recent to wrestling in the last few years, but you never went back and watched any HBK matches. Why do you think they tell him that he's Mr. Main at WrestleMania?
No, I haven't. So that's why I asked you, Mr. Know-It-All.
No, I don't know it all. I don't know it all, and I have my opinions. Okay, no, but I didn't even understand the question. Is the first biggest problem here with it? Okay. Same talent? No. When you're speaking of talent, which level are you thinking of talent? Right? Because when I think of talent in the wrestling ring, I think about those 5 things. Y'all know me long enough what those things are. Okay. Mic skills, in-ring ability. Are you putting butts in the seats? Okay. Are you moving merchandise? And can you tell a story? Not saying Jey Uso can't do those to a certain degree of acceptance, but there's a reason why there's times that his matches are what they are. And I'm not taking that from that. People think the same about John Cena. Shawn Michaels puts on classics. And I'm not even gonna pick a ladder match. I'm gonna pick matches that people sometimes hate, like the Iron Man match with the best there is, the best there was, the best ever will be, and Bret the Hitman Hart. Okay, my 1A2. Okay. This man had matches with Kurt Angle that were flawless. There's a reason why every wrestler he's ever wrestled with say he's the guy to be in the ring. Because he can make you look good. No, he's not as phenomenal as AJ Styles. AJ's a different kind of what he does. But in his heyday, better than AJ Styles. That's just my opinion. But to compare him to Jey Uso, it's unfair to Jey Uso.
Okay.
And there's no disrespect to Jey Uso. I think Jey Uso would say Shawn Michaels is better than him. You know what I'm saying? So that part, that really threw me off, Honeybee.
Okay.
That's all.
I get it. Listen, I didn't understand the comparison. I don't know where the comparison came from. So it was never a thought of my mind to compare Jey to anybody back in the day. Because in my opinion, Jey is his own person. So whether he got 4 moves, 2 moves, or whatever, what he does in the ring and how he acts and portrays himself makes him different. Does it make him better than some people? Maybe. But it's a debate on who that could be. So that's just how I feel. I've never once thought, anybody compared to Shawn Michaels. So
gotcha. I love that comment there, Grand Body P from the UK. Make sure y'all check out my man's podcast, Wild Ones podcast. Who do you think is the next chopping block? I heard Miz and other names. Again, the one thing, Mad Dog, I put that back up there for if anybody else missed it. I don't subscribe to is that part of the wrestling business. It's just never fun for me to say who's next, who goes again. Because people get fired every day, B. Nobody, you will know your friend in real life and he'll get fired. You won't even send him a text saying you okay, but people out here crying about somebody they don't know. But I get it because they brought some kind of joy into your life or hate into your life, whatever it is, they contributed to your life in that way that makes you feel good. But to me, real people lose jobs every day, and I can never let that go. Happy Pride Day. I didn't know that. So those who celebrate, happy Pride Day, that's just love. God is love. Love, Rev, run. Okay, there it is. I don't care what y'all. Vaughn, leave Nikki alone. Nah, Nikki need to go. Nikki should have been gone. Okay, y'all in that generation, we're talking about culture vultures. Let Nikki go. Please let that Nikki go. But not Brie Bella or Nikki Bella, Stephanie McMahon, and none of those people. It's time for him to join the dark side. Come over to AEW. No, it's not. If that's the dark side, then what's the right side? Okay, because there's nothing. Our Truth, Miz, whoever, none of them need to go there. None of them. They don't need it, especially the Miz. Okay, but if they want to go, that's their prerogative. Go have some fun if that's what they want to do. They all do it to an extent, but I don't think the Miz for sure won't go there. If I'm wrong, or whatever, egg on my face. I don't know. Let's see here. I want Naomi to win. I guess that's what Michaela was talking about, her Money in the Bank. We got Eric also coming there. Cross should have at least had a qualifying match. I give you that. I thought Cross should have had a qualifying match as well. Dom down, go face. I do think Dominic's going face, but I need to figure out something with him right away as well. So I'm confused. You went YEET here, Matt, and then you actually went HBK is Mr. Entertainment. This is a very tough decision. That show, it is. It's not fair to him. Y'all can't hear Vaughn backstage. They're a younger wrestling crowd who did not see it. It's the same way we try to explain. I've had people tell me Tupac can't rap. I just let it go because there's no debating that person. Certain debates we should, as adults by now, and not even as intelligent wrestling fans, just let them have their opinion. Okay, as wrong as it may be to me, it's not even tough. It's unthinkable boutable. Okay, there you go, Michaela. It's unthinkable boutable. Okay, to be that way. So happy our Truth was like, yo, it's business money. We send him off Hughes. Let him be, bro. And listen, I said that he got a hell of a send off. He did. He went out. He went out with a brand new shirt. I thought, no way in hell they're firing this man. It's a brand new shirt. Nah, he's gone. He's gone. Comparing Jey Uso to Shawn Michaels, like comparing James Harden to Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Not even close. In the words of Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Stop it. Get some help.
Because you need it. Okay. But as we go on from this conversation, comment below, let us know your thoughts and what you thought about it. Because listen, like I said, yes, he has his tag team and he has things that he's done. People will think that he is comparable. With the bloodline, we say arguably the greatest storyline of all time, Honeybee. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? I constantly say hashtag wrestling storyline. Mm-hmm. right? I still say no, but because you don't know the Shawn Michaels, the ladder matches, the iron matches, the gone because of the back thing, and he would never come back. Oh, that's bars, right? So y'all can't even rap that. I'm not even a rapper, okay? And come back and with his back being broken, but you're that wrestling friend. We all got that friend that everybody comes to you about wrestling, and I'm just like how I am now. Like Shawn Michaels never wrestle again. Or if it is, it's a one-off. And this man didn't leave for 10 more years. And people say his second half of his career was better than his first half. In the ring-wise, I would say matches of high quality, yes. But he was a better Shawn Michaels, originally HBK, going into Intercontinental, going to the title. That ladder match era of Shawn Michaels, DX Shawn Michaels, he had missed his peak at that point because the drugs, everything else took him back. But I'm going Shawn Michaels all day. But this is the conversation I want to talk about, y'all. Because I think it's important to ask this question. Because when I watch wrestling now, Honeybee, when I'm sitting there and I'm at home and I'm watching wrestling, I find myself wondering, why am I watching wrestling right now, right? And I say that because I'll be really bored with, some of the men's. And it's not the men's fault that this is happening. Let me just say that. This is not their fault that this is happening at all. It's the company's fault for not pushing them the way they push the women.
Yeah.
Now, you've heard my take on black men not getting a chance only in NXT versus I think the black women are getting the biggest push, right? Well, what sells? I said this before when it came to them. Sex always has sold, right? We can say they're not glorifying sex the way Vince McMahon did it, but they're dressing scantily clad, okay? But they're also way better athletes than they were yesteryear. Way better, right? There's no comparison to these generations. And as far as female wrestlers are concerned, even to some of the older ones, right? But especially with the females, they're way better today than they were. And that's no disrespect towards all those legend ladies back in that time.
Yeah.
But when you look at these girls that they're coming up with, you look at the Bianca Belair, you look at what's out there right now with Toni Storm. You got Mariah May, and I'm going to say this very carefully, Honeybee, because I know you didn't watch AEW. You're going to see Mariah May come here, who had the greatest, Vaughn, did I not say that was the greatest female match or match of the year that she had with Toni Storm? It was definitely the most bloodiest feud I've ever seen with females on American soil. Okay, that told a beautiful, awesome story to her. She defeats her. She gets the title from her. And then now she's leaving to come here. And that's what I've always said, if you're going to make it in wrestling, if you're not in the WWE, you just haven't made it yet. It's like making it to the G League with everybody else. Okay. Those other companies, I haven't said this in a while, Vaughn. I'm going to bring it back for you. These other companies is a pimple on a donkey's ass to the WWE. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I don't care how deep your love runs for me. How deep is your love for me? As Cisco and them boys would say, okay? It does not matter. It is unmeasurable, the difference between the two. Honeybee, do you think with the insurgence of these women, we talked about before we got him on oil, and I need you to start watching AEW like I have my daughter watch. I need you to start watching NXT like I have my daughter watching. I need you to see why I think this conversation is important.
Okay.
Because these women, Stephanie Valkyrie coming up, that's who I think she's going to get in the Money in the Bank qualifier tonight. I think she wins that Money in the Bank qualifier match, and she's at Money in the Bank. Okay, I'm not sure she's going to win that, but I think she's going to be in it for sure. I'll give you that answer later. Okay, what they're doing with Julia, Sasha Banks out here. I'm going to say it again. Sasha Banks was any other female not named Sasha Banks, now known as Mercedes Moné. If this was Paige first coming over here and she was doing these things, y'all would love her title run. So for y'all not respecting Mercedes, BGM, God damn it. How dare you not love BGM? That's when the girl rock out without having to have her whoop out, okay? Representing the women today, hashtag girl dad right now, okay? Honeybee, your take, are they taking over wrestling?
A little bit, because at one point the guys were getting more pushed than the women. Now it's the opposite, and I love it. So I want them to keep going. I feel like when it comes to the women's division, it has been. I feel like we need more big girls. We only got 2.
Make room for the big girl. Well, listen.
I feel like we need. Like, you know who I miss?
Who you miss, girl?
Awesome Kong. When she had her little run, I loved her. So if we can get somebody like her again, that would be great. I'm a huge Nia Jax fan, but I don't know, her coming back has been cool, but it's been again like
Just came back.
I know, but even still, with her coming back to go after the title, it's like I want to see her going against somebody else. I want more people.
She already lost that. They had to put it there because they put it there. Now she's on to something different.
But I want her to go through the whole roster to work. Like I want it to be back how you.
Nobody's gonna work their way up when you're the queen.
Why not? Show your skills. Show your strength. Show the fact that you say who you are. Why haven't to like? That's been my biggest thing about Charlotte. Like I love Charlotte, but I want her to really like show that she can fight and be like the rest of them. Like I don't like it when people feel entitled to the point where they don't feel like they have to work for it, and everybody else has to work for it. That doesn't seem fair to me. And then when they don't get what they want, then they're over here pouting. It's like you got so many other people who are putting in more work, trying to put in more work, and you're just waltzing in just to be here. It's like that's not fair, and that's hindering the women we really want to see, if you want to be real, because they're trying to push somebody that we don't want to see. So I love the women's division. I want them to keep pushing it. I don't know, better decision making sometimes. Maybe better right stories. It's the greatest women's wrestler, and I'm not knocking that. She is. Of all time. She is.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
When you are right in this business, there's a few of them in this business. Okay. They are Charlotte Flair. I believe they are Becky Lynch, the Four Horsewomen, of course, obviously, right? Obviously, it's them, right? I think Sasha Banks is one of those people I think you can count on to do that. I think Rhea Ripley's that. I think these women are bigger right now than the men. 100%, right? But when Rhea Ripley's never going to start in the back of the bus. It's just not going to happen. It's that era is gone. And I get you're saying it's unfair to you. And I get that. That's where you stand. That's the beauty of wrestling. That's why I love it. Right. But I also stand on this side where I'm like, I don't care. F them other girls who are enhancement talent that we have to call superstars today that wrestling fans get mad about by saying the word we should not say. You can't say the F word, the N word. You shouldn't say the J word, which is jobber. But I said it, never again, the J word. But that happens. Yeah. That's who they are sometimes. Right. But when you look at who they got now and how they're assembling, they're right now, Triple H is out here assembling female talent that is surpassing the men right now because they refuse to push. Like we talked about it last week a little bit. I like what they're doing with Seth Rollins and them, but I like Bronson Reed. I also like Braun Breaker. I hope this doesn't stunt them.
Yeah.
Right? I hope it should be better for them, but let's hope that it does. Everybody who they've aligned with Heyman hasn't always worked out.
True.
Okay. And I'm a little uneven and confused about whose side is Breaker and Bronson on the same page. Because Braun Breaker looks annoyed by Bronson Reed being there. Michaela Wonders pointed out to me. Okay. So these are things I wonder about them, but I just think that women are so good right now. DC the Collector, man. Good day, Knoxxx Show. How's it doing? Let our truth go. Broken hearted. Kidding me? W is 100% letting go of the GOAT truth. Yeah, he's gone. DX revolutionized the attitude era. Depends on which DX you're referring to. And that, of course, I wouldn't disagree with that. Matt chimed in there. But on the other side of the coin, during the pandemic era, the Bloodline was the biggest faction. Well, if you think that Shawn Michaels' only era that mattered was the DX era, then you're still sadly mistaken. Okay? This is what sometimes you young puppies don't want to get, and sometimes the youngers and the olders and the mids, okay, I'm talking to you, Dice, man, you got thick skin, want to say, oh, these old people got to get surpassed. Some of them, yeah. Absolutely. I won't argue that if they're good enough to do it.
Right.
The same one, those conversations. He's no Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
It's not up for debate. Okay? In all fairness, okay, to you and everyone else who thinks it, I personally think
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
So please
Message.
Okay, please understand the message. There's no disrespect. He is not Shawn Michaels. Okay, Todd, what's going on, man? Fernando, what's going on, man? What's going on, wrestling fans? Checking in all over the world. Bad Guy Jack, NXT Trio in the house checking us out. Agree with Honey B. I guess I'm too late to that to know which part you agree with it on, but cool.
Probably that
little rant about, you try to see people jump to the line, right? Bad Guy Check also checked in. Also, why isn't JC Women's Champion graphic? Because that's your show, brother. That's your show. But again, it adds to my conversation. You're saying why she's not in that graphic there. You're right. I apologize for that because she is the NXT Women's Champion now, right? But I just don't see her being a bigger star than some of these other girls. That's all. Certain people are to be where they are, and I'm happy for the girl. But I think these women. I think my girl Armstrong from Evolve. Oh my God! I have not loved a woman in pro wrestling since Bianca Belair. Okay, all right, and I love her. She's from Inglewood, California. Track star. I love a track star, boy. I love a track star because tall men love tall women. Okay, that's just what it is, folks. What we got going on here? Eric chimes in. I love Mercedes, but I feel like Jamie Hayter, no way, would have been perfect for her story with Toni Storm. Maybe with the story, and that's fair. But if I can just be what all wrestling fans are at times, a mark, I don't care. Mercedes Moné needs all those titles. And wouldn't it shock thrill if she doesn't win? Right? She's the belt queen. Because I don't have a problem when Omega was doing it. But y'all have a problem with Mercedes doing it. And I just think that's unfair. See, it's the same Sasha Banks minus the mic skills because y'all be killing her in the ring. Okay? Y'all don't let her get her stuff off. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to move on. Okay. Eric, you are a son of a bitch for this one, Eric. You are a
message.
That one, Eric. Why would you make me do it?
The crowd on their feet. On a man. Oh, what the? Wait a damn, what the hell?
He said it 3 times, y'all. That's not my.
The crowd on their feet. On a man. Oh, what the? Wait a damn, what the hell?
It's like Beetlejuice. I have to.
The crowd on their feet. On a man. Oh, what the? Wait a damn, what the hell?
He asked for it 3 times, so I had to deliver there. Back to the comments. Damn you, Eric. The horsewomen, Bianca, Rhea. Yeah, they don't have to get to the back of the line. Do you think Liv can be bigger name than a lot of these men? I do. I hate it, and I have to say it. I think people think because we all like to brag, and I may come off a certain way with my confidence. Don't hate me because I look in the mirror every day and say, "Damn, I'm good." Okay, I thought Liv Morgan was not good. Like I was with the mid Morgan talk. I was mid confused. Okay, because it takes wrestling sometimes. It takes a storyline sometimes. It takes a character development sometimes for you to see something. And I saw it, and Liv Morgan is pow. It's how I saw AJ Styles. I didn't like AJ Styles like that in his wrestling in TNA for a while. And then he did the little Ric Flair shit. And I was like, yo, he got this. And then he came to WWE, and I was like, oh, he's even better. That whole beat up John Cena. Oh, that shit forever goated. Okay. Get some more of these comments in here with this. Braun is better than a henchman. He is better than a henchman. What part are you talking about, girl?
The beat up John Cena. I remember that.
That shit is funny.
Yo.
Vaughn, the women have surpassed the men.
That's funny.
Truth being released after all these years was a punk move by the WWE. I agree. I said earlier, if you're just not joining the show, Fernando, certain people shouldn't get
the little Jimmy back before he left. When he was looking down, talking to somebody, I was expecting him to be like, no, this little Jimmy.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. So
yeah.
I was just...
Again, I reserve the right as a wrestling fan. I think other wrestling fans should do the same thing to wait to go see it. I think in this world we live in, I know we all like to go jump on the news and jump on those things like that, but I'm always going to encourage hashtag Get the Dirt Sheets. Don't believe shit until that you see it from a credible source. And any wrestling journalist, okay, any wrestling journalist is just that. If they're not in the business affiliated with a company like an ESPN, like a Fox Sports. Sorry, hey Vaughn, that's us. But the rest of y'all motherfuckers.
The internet's not real life, right? And the bitching and the fucking complaining that is on there is not real life. Like you could read the internet and it'll sound like this thing is dead. It's not, and I'll use Cody as the example. Cody's already jumped the shark. He's dead as a baby face. He's like, really? Because I don't know. I'm in an arena with 10,000, 15,000 people every night going ape shit for him. He's selling the most merchandise. He's like, yeah, but sure, whatever you want to say on the internet.
Right. And that's the fact of the matter.
Be like that.
You know what I'm saying? But I definitely think the women have surpassed the men. I don't think it's close either. I'm gonna get to more of you guys' comments in a second. I'm gonna move on. Got one more segment here as I want to get into this Money in the Bank a little bit ahead of tonight, but we still got 2 more qualifying matches to get the full card of what we're going to expect from that. But coming up next, y'all, it's back because we're back at our regular time, baby. Woo-hoo. Comment below, though. Let us know what you know about those comments and who you got. You really think YEET? And I ordered that shirt, by the way. So people say, who bought the merchandise? I bought some merchandise for Jey Uso, not a Uso as the twins together. All right. And I bought my merch. All right. But listen, coming back up, y'all. We'll be right back. Vaughn, get ready, baby, because we back to normal. We'll be right back, y'all.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, MWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
The internet's not real life, right? And the bitching and the fucking complaining that is on there is not real life. Like you could read the internet.
All right, here you go, Vaughn. That's all my fault. Take it away, buddy.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, good evening, everybody. Once again, this is King Vaughn Jr. of the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfectplex Talk Radio here to give you the week in wrestling history. On this day in 1987, in Buffalo, New York, tragically, the Honky Tonk Man defeated Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to win the Intercontinental Championship to begin the longest title reign at that time. Longest IC title reign at the time in WWE history, when he went on to hold the belt for 454 days. That was the original record. On that same day in 1998, this is the real, actually legit tragedy, though. The Junkyard Dog, Sylvester Ritter, was killed at the age of 45 in a car accident in Mississippi. And of course, he was on his way to his daughter's high school graduation. In 2004, JYD went to the WWE Hall of Fame, and he was one of the most popular baby faces of the 80s. And of course, he broke down racial barriers, as we all know. Of course, on the same day in 2014, The Shield imploded on Monday Night Raw, the night after they defeated Evolution, and of course 3-0 in elimination rules match at WWE Payback as Blue Tista, as we know, quit the group in WWE, and of course Paul Levesque, as I'm calling him now, promised that there will always be a Plan B. And that Plan B turned out to be none other than Seth Rollins, as we all know, blindsided Roman, and the rest is history. So of course on the same day in June 3rd, 2002, of course in WWE Raw from Dallas, of course JBL defeated Steven Richards for the WWE Hardcore title. On the same night, most famously Shawn Michaels, as we all know, made his return to WWE television. At that time as a member of the NWO, briefly. Like I said, Shawn's return, and it was the start of his second run. June 4th, 2017, at Extreme Rules, The Miz won the Intercontinental Championship from Dean Ambrose. In a steel cage match, The Bar defeated the Hardy Boys in a steel cage match to win the Raw tag team titles. On June 5th, 2006, WWE announced they had officially acquired the libraries for World Class Championship Wrestling and Stampede Wrestling as well. Of course, they'll eventually be offered as WWE Network content. June 6, 1993, at a house show in Albany, New York, Shawn Michaels defeated Marty Jannetty to win back the Intercontinental Championship. They lost only weeks earlier. On the same day in 1997 at WrestlePalooza, of course, Tommy Dreamer finally defeated Raven after the 14th time loser. Anyway, loser leaves town match. In 2005, of course, the annual WWE draft took place. John Cena goes to Raw. Randy Orton and Batista go to SmackDown. On the same day in 2019, of course, on a lighter note, with the 24/7 championship, after losing to Jinder Mahal, R-Truth regained it while Jinder was asleep on a flight. So, of course, that's more lighter news for salute to R-Truth, of course. Birthdays, June 2nd, AJ Styles turns 48. Happy birthday. June 2nd, Lex Luger turns 67. June 3rd, Jay Cargill turns 33. June 4th, Mikey Whipwreck from ECW turns 52. On the same day, Gorilla Monsoon would have turned 88. June 5th, Nova, Simon Dean, turns 52. June 6th, Drew McIntyre turns 40. And Ahmed Johnson turns 60. That is a week in wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, 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 it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
All right. And we are back here. Thank you, Vaughn, as always, for doing your thing here. Always appreciate you for what it is you do. Make sure y'all follow Victorious One's podcast, 3-on-1 King Vaughn Jr., that is, on the podcast. Check my brother out. Let's get back into the show because Money in the Bank is this Saturday, girl. Real fast, guys. I'll get back in your comments more. Let's go through this part because a lot of things aren't settled right now anyway, right? Can somebody get that banner off of the screen? Thank you. All right. We have Money in the Bank. Shorty, what you think? That's the pay-per-view. You know what? I think they're so lazy with this. They fixed this at the last minute, but it had last year's theme at first with the thieving thing from Money in the Bank that they had last year. They kind of switched a little bit, adding the money here with the Cash App thing. But we get this match with Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Hill, Tupac Shakur, Cena, Logan Paul, his predecessor, he said, taking on two of the biggest baby faces in wrestling today. Your take on this. Who you think wins this match, girl? You're muted. You never unmuted yourself.
That's right. Let me see. So my mind is telling me.
No, can't do that.
Logan and John are going to win. But my heart wants Jay and Cody to win. But I'm also thinking there's some little voice in my head in the back that's like, shenanigans, this disqualification or a distraction. Something is going to happen where it's not going to end cleanly. I don't think none of these matches are going to end cleanly. At least not this one.
Okay.
It's probably going to end with a pinfall, but it's not going to be a clean one. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel.
I'm with you in this one, but I think I don't know. There's certain matches you just say this or that, this or that, this or that. No, and this one I don't really know. So I'm just gonna throw it out.
Does that make it a good match because you don't know the prediction or you can't?
Yeah, I think now sometimes I've got them all right and it's been either or.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I watch AEW sporadically, and in our prediction page, I got every match right except for one because I just never thought they were gonna let my guy Hangman Page beat Will Ospreay. Mm-hmm. But other than that, and that's just what that was. But no, and this was just to say it and then move on for prosperity purposes. I'm gonna go with Cody and Jey Uso. Who you got winning this one?
Like I said, I feel like I want from my heart Cody and Jay, but I feel like in my mind it's gonna be in John and Logan. All right.
Moving on, we have the women's Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Live Valkyrie, aka Feathers, is in the building. Feathers is in the building, taking on Becky Lynch. Who you got winning this one?
I think Becky wins. I say Becky. Get rid of the belt for a little bit. Maybe we get Bailey back, and then they do like a 3-way for that title.
Okay, I can see that. I'm going to say Becky wins as well.
Yeah.
Not. Lyra Valkyria is winning this match. Feathers is winning this match because hopefully Bailey brings her ass back in this match or Asuka or something. I need something to happen because, like I said, on the one side of wrestling I can count on is the women.
Yeah.
It's the women's. Okay, I love me some women's. So I hope that happens right here. Let's go into, first to me, again, the men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Again, we have another match tonight.
Yeah.
All right. But right now, the people in the match, you got Seth Rollins, you got Mr. Penta, Shug Sakura, Andrade, which no one saw that coming on SmackDown, and LA Knight. No.
Yeah.
Winning in this match. And who's on that? Who's in that? Vaughn, who qualifies tonight? Do you know?
I just saw the graphic for it too.
Come on, Peoples. No, who's in the qualifying match tonight? It's I see it right here. No, it is.
No, not that one.
No, I got it. It is CM Punk versus AJ Styles versus El Americano.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh,
okay. So in that match, I'm definitely going to say my man. Let me see. There's no way they're putting CM Punk in this, but are they? Could they put CM Punk in this? I'm gonna say CM Punk wins tonight, and if CM Punk goes on and wins Money in the Bank, if that's what happens, I'm going with CM Punk. I don't care. I'm going with CM Punk. Who you got winning it?
Okay, so if we're going to talk about the match tonight, I feel like they're going to probably throw Chad in there. It's the American.
I'm sorry, who is Chad?
I'm sorry, El Grande Americano.
Okay, who's Chad?
You know who Chad
people.
is.
I don't.
And,
match.
Who's going to win the whole match? I feel like it might either be Penta or Seth.
Penta damn sure ain't winning it. Seth, I would say, is really my number one pick to win it, but I'm saying CM Punk for my argument purposes. I think what he said last week is a good thing, and I can see that happening, but I still reserve it for CM Punk right now. In the women's, tonight, to be the last qualifier, we have Liv Morgan. We have, no, she's not in it, Ivy Niles and Stephanie Valkyrie. I said this earlier without knowing who was in this match. I'm still going to say Stephanie Valkyrie wins the women's qualifying match, and she goes on to Money in the Bank, and they give it to Rhea Ripley. However, I want to, y'all know this, I will always cheer for who I cheer for, so I want Naomi to win.
Who are you rooting for tonight? I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
So who you
got Naomi winning.
You got Naomi winning.
I want her to win so bad. So bad. I don't even care about nobody else. Oh, well, I do. If it's not Naomi, then I would like Rhea. But I want Naomi to win. That's just that's my final anything on that. I want her to win.
Well, I want Naomi to win this as well. I just don't think they will let her. Stephanie Valkyrie is that upstart right now that she lost her title last week in NXT to JC Jane. People were very upset about that. This is the reason why I think they're going to go through with that. But we shall also find out with that. But that is the last match on the card as of right now. We don't know the whole card. So let's get to some.
Who are you rooting for tonight? I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
I did not mean to play that again. It just came on as I switched to in the thing. But let's read some of your comments. What we got up here. Stephanie Valkyrie wins tonight. Rhea wins the Money in the Bank. Vaughn chimes in with. Eric chimes in. I think Team Nepo Baby wins. Okay, y'all gonna stop hating.
Who's that?
They're calling Becky Hogan.
Oh.
Let's go, Lyra Valkyrie. Epic chimes in, says bias for CM Punk. We got LA Knight is winning for the men's. LA Knight is winning for the men's. I say hell no, but y'all will see. He's not winning. I'm sorry.
Best thing ever.
He's just not winning. Okay, sorry.
Stop it. Get some help.
He's LA Knight's not winning that thing. But hey, if he will, I wouldn't honestly. I won't front with you, Maria. I wouldn't be surprised either. That can happen in Money in the Bank, right? Whoever would have thought Otis would have won Money in the Bank. Okay, so anything is possible. DC chimes in. That's because you can be on the Charlotte Bush and saw Morgan and star my dude. Wake up. What? Hold on. Put that back, DC. The Collector. Collect these when I say Liv Morgan still ain't Charlotte Flair. I don't understand why y'all hate the girl so bad. Y'all hate her because she's great. I just will never understand why you can hate on something so great.
Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
So till Bianca come takes her place. Because I definitely see that happening very fast because Bianca's going to come in like this.
Fuck being good, I'm a bad bitch.
That's Bianca Belair. Okay. That's Bianca Belair.
Hey, play that song around me. That's my shit right there.
So listen, let's go ahead and get ready and get up out of here. Thank everybody for tuning in. Again, like, follow, subscribe. Tune in to the Mike Knoxxx Show here on Unpopular Review Wrestling, as well as the Mike Knoxxx Show channel. The links are in the bio below. Follow us on Instagram, as we've been going live on Instagram as well. And, of course, on Twitter, we appreciate all the love we get from there as well. It's one of our biggest supporters comes from Twitter. You guys can chime in on Twitter as well. You guys just don't do it, but I see you guys are always watching, so I appreciate that. So do me a favor, like I say every single week, because I mean it from the bottom of my heart, as much as it was sad not watching sports on a Sunday. How dare you do this to me? But don't wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. Oh, I do. And don't love God and always remember.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? You ready?